For more than 20 years, Cristiano Ronaldo ran toward one dream. Not money, not fame, not records. He already had those. He wanted the one trophy that could make his football story feel complete: the World Cup. And on July 6, 2026, that dream reached its final door. Portugal faced Spain. Ronaldo was 41. The stadium was full. Millions were watching. And somewhere inside every Ronaldo fan, there was one silent prayer. Just one more miracle, one more goal, one more night where Ronaldo refuses to disappear. But football does not always give legends a perfect ending. The clock was dying. The match was still waiting for one cruel moment. Then, Spain attacked. Mikel Merino arrived. The ball hit the net. And suddenly, the dream Ronaldo had chased since childhood began to disappear in front of the world. Portugal were out. Spain moved on. And Ronaldo stood there, not as a superstar, not as a brand, not as CR7, but as a man watching time win. This was not just the end of a match. This was the end of Cristiano Ronaldo's World Cup story. Because this game was never only Portugal versus Spain. It was Ronaldo versus time. It was one final fight against the only trophy that had never belonged to him. He had won almost everything football could offer: Champions League nights, league titles, golden boots, records that looked impossible, the European Championship with Portugal, the Nations League. Stadiums had shouted his name from Manchester to Madrid, from Turin to Riyadh, from Lisbon to the biggest stages on earth. But one trophy always stayed far away: the World Cup. The trophy every child dreams about before they even understand football history. The trophy that can turn a great player into a national myth. The trophy that does not care how many goals you scored before. It only asks one question: can you win 7 games when the whole world is watching? For Ronaldo, the answer kept slipping away. And that is why this Spain match hurts so much. It was probably his final chance. Not because Ronaldo stopped believing, but because even legends cannot defeat age forever. Before he became Cristiano Ronaldo, he was just a skinny boy from Madeira, a small island, a small home, a massive dream. He was not born into a football empire. He did not arrive with a crown on his head. He arrived with hunger. The kind of hunger that makes a child train when others sleep. The kind that makes a boy leave home before he is ready. The kind that turns loneliness into fuel. At Sporting, people saw something strange in him. Not just talent, obsession. He did not simply want to play football. He wanted to escape gravity. Every run was faster. Every step was sharper. Every mistake became personal. The skinny boy became a showman. Stepovers, speed, confidence that looked almost impossible for someone so young. Some people loved him. Some people hated him. But nobody could ignore him. Then came Real Madrid. And Ronaldo stopped looking like a footballer chasing greatness. He started looking like greatness itself. Season after season, he scored like the game was built for him. Headers, penalties, free kicks, long shots, tap-ins, big nights, last minutes. When the pressure got heavier, Ronaldo seemed to grow stronger. He turned the Champions League into his personal stage. He made records feel temporary. He made impossible numbers look normal. And then came Portugal. For years, people said he could only win with clubs. They said he was not enough for his country. They said Portugal would always fall short. Then Euro 2016 happened. Ronaldo got injured in the final. He cried. He left the pitch. And for a moment, it looked like another dream was gone. But from the sideline, he screamed, pushed, guided, suffered. Portugal won, and Ronaldo finally held a major international trophy. Later, Portugal won the Nations League too, so the story looked almost complete. Club football? Conquered. International trophy? Conquered. Records? Broken. Longevity? Unreal. But the World Cup still stood there, untouched, like the final locked door in his career. His World Cup journey began in 2006. Back then, Ronaldo was young, fearless, and electric. Portugal reached the semifinals. The dream felt close, too close. People thought, this is just the beginning, he will have many more chances. And he did. But football does not promise that chances become trophies. In 2010, Ronaldo arrived as a global superstar, but Portugal's dream ended against Spain. That time, Spain were building one of the greatest national teams football had ever seen. Ronaldo walked away frustrated. The World Cup moved further away. In 2014, he came with pressure, pain, and expectation. The world waited for him to dominate. But football punished Portugal early. His body was not fully right. The team was not strong enough, and the tournament ended before it ever truly began. In 2018, Ronaldo gave us one of his most famous World Cup nights. Against Spain, he scored a hat-trick. 3 goals, one man dragging a nation through fire. The final free kick felt like cinema. For a moment, it looked like the World Cup had finally opened the door for him. But Portugal again fell in the knockout rounds. The dream survived, but time kept moving. Then came 2022. Ronaldo was older. The world was changing. Young players were rising. Portugal had talent everywhere, but the story turned painful. Ronaldo was no longer untouchable. He was questioned, benched, judged. Portugal lost to Morocco, and he walked down the tunnel in tears. For many people, that looked like the end. But Ronaldo came back again, because that is what he has always done. He came to 2026 at 41 years old, not as the fastest player, not as the same unstoppable machine from Madrid, but still Cristiano Ronaldo, still dangerous, still proud, still believing. And in this World Cup, he made history again. He became the first man to score in 6 different World Cups, 6 tournaments, 20 years, different teams, different eras, different generations, but the same name kept appearing, Ronaldo. That record alone would be enough for almost anyone. But Ronaldo was never built to be satisfied with enough. He wanted the trophy. So Portugal reached Spain, the old rival, the perfect dramatic opponent. Spain had already hurt Ronaldo's World Cup story in 2010. Spain had been there during his iconic 2018 hat-trick. And now, Spain stood in front of him again, one last time. The match did not feel like a normal knockout game. It felt like a final judgment. Every Ronaldo touch carried history. Every Portuguese attack carried hope. Every Spanish pass carried danger. Portugal fought. Spain stayed calm. The game became tense, tight, and heavy. Nobody wanted to make the fatal mistake. For Ronaldo fans, every cross into the box felt like a heartbeat. Maybe this is the moment. Maybe he rises. Maybe he scores. Maybe the old magic returns. But the ball did not fall perfectly. The miracle did not arrive. And then, near the end, Spain found their moment. One attack, one finish, one goal. The scoreboard changed. Portugal had almost no time left. That is the cruelest part of football. A dream can live for 20 years and die in 1 minute. When the final whistle came, it did not sound like the end of only Portugal's tournament. It sounded like the closing of an era. Ronaldo's World Cup story was over. No golden final, no trophy lift, no perfect Hollywood ending. Just a legend standing on the pitch, forced to accept the one thing he could never outrun: time. But here is the truth. The World Cup does not erase Cristiano Ronaldo. It only leaves one empty space in a career almost too big to understand. Some players win one trophy and become legends. Ronaldo built an empire across 2 decades. He changed what people believed was possible after 30, then after 35, then after 40. He made discipline look like a superpower. He made confidence look like a weapon. He made millions of kids believe that talent is not enough unless obsession is standing behind it. And maybe that is why this ending hurts. Because Ronaldo never treated the World Cup like a bonus. He treated it like destiny. Every time he returned, he looked like a man still arguing with fate. In 2006, he was the future. In 2010, he was the star. In 2014, he was carrying pain. In 2018, he was a monster. In 2022, he was fighting decline. In 2026, he was fighting time itself, and time finally won. But losing the World Cup does not mean Ronaldo failed. It means football gave him the one wound even greatness could not heal. That wound makes the story more human, because if Ronaldo had won everything, maybe he would feel untouchable. Instead, we saw something deeper. A legend who could break records, but still cry. A superstar who could conquer stadiums, but still chase one missing dream. A player who had everything, except the one thing he wanted most. That is why this final World Cup match will be remembered. Not because Ronaldo scored the winning goal, not because Portugal lifted the trophy, but because the world watched one of football's longest dreams finally end. And maybe, years from now, people will not only talk about the trophy he never won, they will talk about how long he chased it, how many times he came back, how much he gave to Portugal, how many generations saw him play, how a boy from Madeira became one of the most famous athletes on earth, and how even at 41, with nothing left to prove, he still stood there chasing one more impossible night. That is Ronaldo's World Cup story. Not perfect, not complete, but unforgettable. The World Cup never belonged to Cristiano Ronaldo, but football history always will.